This is Divine Evolution. I'm Chris O'Connor. All things begin and end in mystery. And the reason for this and the explanation of it is that we as human beings seek to understand that which we do not understand, and are curious about things that are unknown to us. And that isn't by an accidental genetic mutation. It's designed within who we are in our human DNA to want to know more. And the reason for this is so that we seek higher and greater things, sometimes without even being aware that that's what we're doing. We want to know if we're alone in the universe. We want to know what happens when we die. We want to know if we're truly alone, and we seek to have peace and happiness within our lives. And that's basically who we human beings are. We are beings of light brought into this environment, this third dimension, third density, physical, holographic environment, through the reincarnational experience, to practice and to work on aspects of our character that improve who we are in our long-term evolutionary process of a spiritual reunion with God the Creator. And that sounds so easy to say in a couple of sentences, but it is and encompasses all of the universe and all of the mysteries within it. And the reason that it's important that we seek and that we're curious and that we want to know as beings is to drive those emotions which would be pushing us along our evolutionary process in the entire encompassed process of our daily lives, through challenges, through catalysts for change, through experiences, through interactions with others in a positive and a negative way, because all interactions serve to teach us something. And we have something to learn from everyone and every experience. So the desire to want to know more is highly supported by the mystery aspect. I don't know how many people truly have seen things they can't explain, heard things they can't explain, and most of the time, because of our laugh factor designed society, we don't want to tell people what we've seen or heard, whether it's on a spiritual level with a ghost, or if it's Bigfoot up in the hills, or an alien spaceship flying by. It takes an incredible amount of courage to discuss these things, in our society at least. And if you're very, very fortunate, you have a small group of friends or family that are open to discussion. And my hope and desire is that that increases for each and every one of us, that we have more and more people that we can speak our truths to, because truth is where love lies. And love through truth manifests itself within the spiritual and even tangible aspects of our lives. Often we don't even know that that's the case. We are always changing, and we're always seeking, always desirous to know, and that is good. I have seen many things in my lifetime. I don't mind telling most people pretty much anything, to be honest. But it's important that people know that whether they believe another person or not, the part of it that is that eternal mystery, causing us in our conscious minds and in our subconscious minds to seek and to know. Within that process, we understand a little bit more about life and a little bit more about what the world and the universe contains. And that's beautiful. How could we possibly know what's out there if we don't at least open our minds, if we don't embrace change, if we don't seek to know, how will we ever expand who we are? Because humanity is expanding. Humanity is growing, and not simply in numbers. It is evolving. Humanity is evolving. I know at times it seems like this world is falling apart, but really what's happening is it's evolving and it's growing. And that isn't an easy process. It's a painful process. And sometimes within that process, we lose. We maybe lose loved ones, or we maybe lose our possessions, or we lose who we are. But we are always able to regain those important things if we keep our mind open, keep love in the forefront of all of our decisions, and seek to help ourselves by helping others. We seek to do things to improve society. We seek to do things to improve our station in life. And these are all honorable causes. But truly, if we can seek to open our minds and to hear others, whether it sounds impossible or not, if we can just simply accept that, give them the joy of acceptance. And in doing so, you will find that there's a greater and a deeper acceptance from others of you. And that isolation that we can feel at times melts away. All we have to do is be of an open, loving, and accepting mind. And mystery drives that on. Seek to know. Seek to research and find out those things that you don't understand. Spend 5 minutes a day just learning something completely new. And you'll be amazed at where that takes you in your life. And it opens up so much. Just to be happy in life, all we truly have to do is exercise physically an hour a day, somehow find a way to serve others, whether it's an individual or all of society, and then do what makes you happy, what brings you joy. And whatever that joy is will support you. You'll find a way. If you don't push forward against these cogs, these wheels of society that drive you into the ground, stop and turn and seek out whatever it is that makes you happy, that makes you smile, that makes that bubble in your heart just glow. Whatever that is, find a way to make that what you do on a daily basis. And then find a way to also serve others, whether it's by cooking them a meal, or whether it's just simply being kind to someone or sending someone an email. Be kind and serve someone, some other person every day, and then do some exercise. And I guarantee that by the second quarter of 2021, you're going to see where society is heading. And you will be part of that evolutionary process of the positive polarity. And you will begin to see mysteries and things you had no idea existed. This is a promise I make to you. If you do these things in honesty and with an open heart and with love, for these are the answers. I look forward to hearing back from any of you. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter, Divine Evolution Podcast on Instagram, and Divine Evolution, but the N on evolution is a number 1 on Twitter. So it's DIVINEEVOLUTIO number 1 on Twitter. Seek me out. Send me a message. Tell me what's going on with you and ask me questions and suggestions for episodes. I'm completely open because I am learning as I go, and I learn from you, and I hope that you can learn from me. Whatever happens, please know that I love you. And until next time, I'm Chris O'Connor.